Are you fed up of trivial matters occupying most of your time? If yes, you need to understand Parkinson's law. Any work which we perform expands or contracts based on the time allowed for its completion. If we have 8 hours to fill, we fill 8 hours. If we had 15, we would fill 15. If we have an emergency and need to suddenly leave work in 2 hours, but have pending deadlines, we miraculously complete assignments in 2 hours. The author describes a real situation of his college time when his final paper, worth a full 25% of the semester's grade, was due in 24 hours. He had to submit a paper on in-depth analysis of business model of a startup by interviewing the top executives of the startup. Just 24 hours before the deadline, he came to know he cannot use the pre-gathered information due to confidentiality issues and pre-IPO precautions. He was perplexed and requested his professor for time extension. On this, the professor smiled and replied, "The entrepreneurs are those who make things happen. Am I right?" The author took it as a challenge. 24 hours later and 1 minute before the deadline, as assistant of the professor was locking the office, the author handed in a 30-page final paper based on a different company. In fact, he had interviewed the top executives of the different company and dissected with an intense all-night work. The paper ended up being one of the best papers and he received an A grade. The Parkinson's law dictates that the most important part of a task gets completed first if we work under a specific deadline. Consider the deadline as a fire. The bigger the fire is, the clearer the priority sets in. Quicker the action we take to extinguish the fire, even if we know what is critical. Without the deadline that creates focus, the minor tasks are forced upon us and swell in importance to consume time. That is why how the activities such as setting a few appointments, checking emails, replying messages consume an entire 9 to 5 day. So setting short and specific deadlines are must for first enhancing focused action on the critical tasks, and second eliminating time fillers such as unnecessary deliberations, meetings, messages, emails, etc. The end product of shorter deadline is almost inevitably of equal or higher quality due to greater focus. The only caution is to give at least bare minimum but enough time. Otherwise it may backfire. Thank you.